and the host of Hockey Sense here on the Big 550 KTRS. Good morning, Andy Strickland.
Good morning, McGraw. I don't know whether to think about how sad that is, the fact that John Lennon was killed and shot down, or just how great Howard Cosell was. I mean, that was, for sad news and sad breaking news, that was about as amazing of a call as you're ever going to hear. He was incredible, just listening to him break it down.
Yeah, there was a story we were telling earlier that there was an argument, a discussion in the booth between Frank Gifford, Howard Cosell, and Roone Arledge about whether or not they should actually break that news. And that Cosell said, no, I don't want to do it. And Frank Gifford said, no, you have to do it. And they said, we're broadcasting a football game. We're not supposed to be doing this. And they decided to air the news, and that's how the world found out that John Lennon died.
Well, and I've been a part of that at a much lesser extent. I mean, when Darryl Kyle passed away here in St. Louis with the St. Louis Cardinals, back in Chicago, I was working at the radio station at the time that the Cardinals were being aired on, and we broke that news. And maybe a little too premature, to be honest with you, at the time, and kind of going back and forth. Do we relay this information to the listeners, or do you hold off and wait? It's funny you say that, because when I'm listening to Howard Cosell there, and I'm wondering, it's during Monday Night Football, that why he was the one given the responsibility to deliver the news, and a newscaster or somebody from the network news didn't break in with it before going back to Monday Night Football. I'm not so sure it would go down that way. I couldn't see John Gruden, for example, delivering that news on Monday Night Football today.
Well, you don't know exactly what was going on. You don't know how they found out. News moved differently 36 years ago than it does today, right? When Osama bin Laden was killed, people found out on Facebook first. As we were waiting for President Obama to come to the podium, the kids came down from their rooms and said, hey, Osama bin Laden's killed. And they said, how do you know? They said, I saw it on Facebook. And then, 20 minutes later, there's the president at the podium.
You got to make sure you have that confirmed.
Well, no, I understand that. I understand that. But, I mean, it's a story within a story breaking a terrible national tragedy. All right.
No
Andy Strickland, what's this little riff going on with the Blues alumni game?
Well, I don't know if there's a rift by any means. It is interesting. Jamie Rivers joined me last night. Jamal Mayers joins me each and every week, and Jamal was on vacation with his wife. He still called into the show. Jamie Rivers sat in with me at O.B. Clark's. He's going to be playing for the Blues coming up in the alumni game. And, Jamal Mayers, who played most of his career for the Blues, and I think most people around the National Hockey League identify him as a Blues player, but he's going to be playing for the Blackhawks because that's who he works with now. He won a Stanley Cup with the Blackhawks. I don't think people look at it as a very big deal. But I do find it interesting just how serious a lot of the Blues alumni are taking this game. I mean, it is really becoming a situation where this could be must-see television because, you have so many of these former players who are not only skating and getting ready, and I understand why they're skating. I mean, nobody wants to embarrass themselves. They want to make sure they feel good on the ice. They want to touch the puck a couple of times. But usually these are just pure exhibition games and nothing more. Now you have Jamie Rivers telling me last night on the show that, he never really got to leave the game on his terms. This is his opportunity to say goodbye to the game. He's looking forward to it. They're going to be playing in front of 50,000 fans. He even said last night he wants to make sure he has a good game. There is a little bit of history with some players on the Blackhawks roster, with some players on the Blues roster, and you just wonder if, a couple of these Titans clash on the ice. Could we potentially see some fireworks during the course of the game? I'm not going to officially rule it out. In fact, a few years back, the Detroit Red Wings and the Colorado Avalanche played an alumni game, and we all know the history between those two teams and a lot of players who participated in that game. There was some tension in that game, and the intensity really grew as the game progressed. It would not shock me in the very least if we see this game taken to an even higher level. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens coming up.
All right, let me ask you this question. With this anticipated rivalry heating up, any chance that the Blues roster makes a move and picks up Tony Twist as an enforcer?
Yeah. I don't know if that's going to happen. Number one, I don't know if they need another enforcer. They've got plenty of those guys on the roster. You got guys like Garth Butcher who are on there. Kelly Chase is down there. Chris Pronger is
Chase
on
is
the
a wuss. We need Twist.
Chase is, everybody
Chase
would love
is
to
soft.
see Tony Twist.
Kelly Chase is soft, and you can tell him I said that.
I will. Everyone would love to see Tony Twist participate in this
Yes.
game. For whatever reason, he's not going to be playing, and he's not playing for the Blues, so he won't be out there. But regardless, I'm not so sure it's going to take Tony Twist to create some fireworks. And I don't want to sit here and say that there will be, and I kind of hope that there won't. Part of me says I hope there will be because it'll be a little entertaining.
Because you're a
But
hockey
at the end of the
fan.
day, these guys are not near anywhere where they were, where they were as players. You hope most of them have been able to cut the cord and can just go out there and have a good time and entertain the fans.
All right, sounds like those tickets were going for pretty cheap. Maybe we should start snapping those tickets up for the alumni match.
Well, it's going to be a sellout, and whoever bought tickets for the Winter Classic, it comes with tickets to the alumni game, so it's a 2-for-1 special anyway.
Oh, not if you bought them on StubHub or one of those.
Well, I don't know if you can buy the alumni game tickets separately. I don't think you can.
I think you can because I was trying to buy them.
Okay.
I was trying since I don't know anybody connected enough with the Blues to get me tickets. I had to go online and buy them, and I only bought them for the game and not the alumni game. It turns like. All right, Andy, I got just a minute left. What's going on with this 4-game road trip? What do we know? What should we look for?
The Blues defensively haven't been very good on the road at all. They're just coming off of 5 consecutive games at home where they got points in all 5, wins in 4. So they're feeling very good about their game. Jake Allen's been exceptional in goal for the Blues. But on the road, it's been a completely different story. They're among the worst, if not the worst, in the National Hockey League in terms of goals against on the road. So they want to make sure they correct that. Their last 2 games on the road, they did play better. They won a game in Boston prior to losing against the Washington Capitals. But it starts tonight against the New York Islanders. They'll play back-to-back tonight. And then, of course, the New Jersey Devils. Real quick, McGraw, we could see a local kid playing tonight for the Islanders. He was on recall with the Islanders on an emergency basis. His name is Scotty Mayfield. Great kid. I coached him his first year playing U16. He joined me during the course of the summer here on Hockey Sense as well. Hopefully we see him in uniform tonight for the Islanders.
In spite and being given that type of handicap, he was able to shake off your coaching and make it to the NHL.
How about that?
That's
one
a
ear
good
and out
kid.
the other. That's probably the best advice.
I tell you what, that kid can persevere through some terrible times.
Great kid. Grew up in Webster Groves.
Andy Strickland, you're always welcome here, buddy. Thanks for checking in.
I appreciate it, McGraw. Take care.
8:52 here, Big 550 KTR.